Shawan, Eden. Hello, my people. Welcome. Welcome back, I should say. Thank you for joining me once more. I've got a quick one. I'll try and make it as short as possible. So, for instance, you record different people, but you work with these people all the time, right? Or, like me, you record YouTube videos. And after recording, you edit your audio just like you would edit your video. You're recording in the same environment, you're recording the same person, or which is yourself or somebody else. In most cases, the vocal insets or the vocal insets that you would use to polish your work or your voice, because it's the same environment and it's the same voice you're recording, the likelihood is there won't be much of a difference in terms of that actual recording, because you probably use the same mic, you use the same audio interface, and your positioning was the same. So the difference will be very minimal in terms of how it sounds, how boomy it is, or whatever the case may be. So maybe you compress, you do this, you do that. There won't be much of a difference. And if you EQ, for example, it's likely to be your EQ, adjustments are likely to be similar or the same, whatever the case may be. But instead of you recording yourself and polishing your voices, and you go and start putting inserts, and you still have to remember, how did I do it last time, which plugins did I use, and all of those things, you can have a preset of the plugins that you commonly use. Like in this case, look at my inserts there, right? The better way of seeing it is by clicking E for EQ or expand, and then you'll see the VST insert slots there. It's the same as that. Now, for example, you see already I have a compressor, a gate, whatever, as an example, right? If these are the common plugins that I use, and I thought I've got the right, tune with these plugins exactly as they are, then I'll save them. So what you do, you come here on the insets, you come here where it says insert, right? Right there on top, you right click. When you right click, you get options: bypass, copy, reset, load FX chain, save FX chain from track preset, and the likes, right? What are we looking for? You found a sweet spot with these plugins. You're going to save them as they are, right? Because these are the plugins that has to do with my voice and my environment. All the settings that were done on each plugin will remain exactly the same when you save, right? If there's any plugin that was disabled at the time that I save, when I load that chain preset, it's gonna come out exactly the same. So what I would do, you right click, you come to save FX chain, right? When you save FX chain, it will populate this window here, and then here at the bottom it will say new preset. So what you do, you're going to go there where the cursor is flashing, you save it whichever way you like, right? What I'll advise you is start with a 0 maybe and a dot, or you can start with 0 0 and a dot. 0 is the first number, right? Is it the first number? Yeah, 0 comes before 1 and numbers come before letters, right? So what's going to happen is you save, for example, as Denvi's preset or chain. You click OK, right? Let's go to an empty one just for you to see. This is an empty one. Let's say this is now a new project. What you do is you load your vocal that you've recorded, or if you recorded in real time, there's your vocal channel there. What you do is you come into your insets again, you right click. This time you are not saving, you are loading. Now your presets, when they populate there, because I said you must start with a 0 or 0 dot. 0 is the first number, right? It will always be first on the list, right? Now in this case, if you want to search, you can just, because you know how you save your presets. So you started with 00 dot and then you type you saved it as Denvi's chain. There is Denvi's chain there. You double click, it will load it exactly as it was, right? Now when you go back to load and there's nothing there, you will see that you saved Denvi's chain as 00 dot Denvi's chain. When you look there, it's the first one. So you don't have to go searching on this long list of presets as to how did I save it as. You do 00 dot and then you label it. So if it's another person that you work with often and you want to keep their vocal chain or vocal preset, then you can do the same 00 dot and then you save the chain with their name, for example Lerato's chain, right? Next time you work with them, you record, you pull up that chain and then you just tweak a bit. You won't be starting from 0 and all of those things. Yes, you may have to compress differently and all of those things, but you would already know that this when I'm working with this person or when I'm working on my vocal, this is the plugins that I use that gives me that crisp voice, for example. And you will just load it and tweak here and there, and then you're good. That has saved you a lot of time. You can also do the same with, the plugin itself. Let's say it's a compressor like this, right? You want to have a specific compression for a specific task, right? You can just do the same inside the plugin, where you select here your presets. What you would do, you would then tweak according to how you prefer your thing is done for that particular task. You have tweaked, you want to save this particular setting, then what you would do, you will right click anywhere on the plugin, you right click, then you're gonna see it says save preset. When you click save preset, you can do the same, right? Denvi dot 00 dot Denvi's compression, for example. Now I'm just giving an example. It can be with a guitar or with anything that you wanna save the preset for, and then you click OK. Next time you pull up a compressor, same thing will happen. It will be empty on initial mode. when you click on your presets, there's your Denvis preset. Now when I select it, you will see that everything is the same. Now I can then just go adjust it according to what I want for what I'm doing today, but I would have started at the closest preference for the work that I want to do, right? So similarly with your instruments, the same applies. Retrolog, you just discovered some nice synth, sound that you like and whatever, and then you tweaked it, and then you had some arpeggiator which you logged so that that arpeggiator remains the same even when you change or tweak the sound. You will do the same. You right click and save your preset, and then save it as whatever, and then next time you want to load it, it will be first on your thingy case. As long as you always remember, if you want it to appear on top, save it as 0 dot whatever or 00 dot or however many zeros you want, as long as that 0 will take your preset to the top. That is what I had for you today. Thank you very much for following. There's more coming. Do the things, like, subscribe, and share with everyone in your circle so that we can grow the community. From me, Denvi, signing out. Peace.